All right, how's it going, everybody? So I've been really enjoying making these like weekly videos for you guys where I'm just kind of showing off what's coming in, what's going out, what I'm working on in a particular week. So I think I'm going to try and make this a weekly thing now. So this is what we picked up today. So we got ourselves a nice quick way loader for a wheel horse. This used to be mine. I had this back in 2022, I believe. And the gentleman who purchased it from me ended up getting a subcompact machine. So he was tired. He also had this thing listed for higher than I wanted to pay. But he was so tired of dealing with Marketplace, I ended up going and grabbing it for a fair deal, I would say. Fair deal for both of us. This is that cool loader that the actual uprights here are pushed back quite a bit, so it has a little bit of a better lifting capacity, and it's not as unstable as some of the other ones are. But that's a cool score. I'm hopefully going to pick up a 520 for it tomorrow, so we can get all that stuff squared away, because I've been having a ton of people asking me for another loader machine. So then I also just ran and grabbed these two guys, which these aren't really anything that I usually mess with, but I did need some front yellow wheels, even though they're a little rough. I did need some front yellow wheels and tires for another machine that I'm working on. And since I'm really been getting into these John Deeres lately and really just have no parts for them, I'm just buying every cheap John Deere I can find on Marketplace right now just to get some more inventory of that stuff in. Then we also got a Troy-Built Bronco. I didn't buy this for myself. I bought this for a buddy of mine. Hopefully he wants it. So this should be headed out here tomorrow, actually. Well, that's fun. I've had these wheels and tires sitting on another tractor for months and months and months. The second I put them on the really nice 332, this one goes flat. So we're going to have to go ahead and get a tube for that one there before this one gets sold. This is a beautiful tractor. I'm really happy with the way this thing came out. Turned out pretty good. It's no, museum quality restoration or anything. The deck still has its blemishes, but I really just wanted to clean it up enough that it wasn't rusty. I want to get all the rust off of there and just repaint it enough that it's not going to rot out. It's all the rust is cleaned up off of it. It's a nice little machine though. She's a little dusty and dirty, but that's a good unit. Also been working on this 856. Probably could have gotten a little bit of a shorter pipe fitting there. But, that can always get changed out. It's just threaded on. I did give myself a nice little metal paper cut. But this is supposed to be sold. We'll see if the guy shows up. It's probably 50-50 at this point. It's a pretty nice little unit, though. I'm going to pull it out and take pictures of it just in case this guy doesn't end up wanting it. But it's not too bad. I just put the seat on there. Been messing around there for the last few days. I've been so busy. I just haven't had a ton of time. Well, it's a beautiful end to a beautiful Monday, and I got two loads of stuff on these trailers here, so let's take a look at everything. All right, so I picked up that loader yesterday, and just happened to find this on Marketplace. Got a brand new seat on it, 1,000 hours it runs and operates. The starter doesn't sound too happy, but other than that, it fires right up, runs real good. So the loader hopefully will be swapped onto this machine within the next couple days. It's in great shape, so I'm very excited about it. And along with that deal, we also got a 48-inch snowplow with the 520 rear axle extension on it. So this might be 42 now that I'm looking at it on the trailer here. Whatever. So that is the extension that everybody's looking for. So I'll probably end up selling that separately, but it's still a very good deal. And then I don't want to spoil anything, but fingers crossed this is going to be our next complete resurrection video. I've been really enjoying doing the D130, which hopefully you guys will see within the next week or so. So I love doing the D130, so I picked up this D105. It just happened to be literally right up the road from that machine. The engine is junk. I think it seems to spin over with no compression. It's only got 120 hours on it. So that's kind of crazy. The rest of the machine is in pretty good shape. The deck is obviously a little crusty. They seem to all be. Seeing that deck leads me to think maybe that hour mirror doesn't work, but who the heck knows at this point. We'll have to see what we come up with once we dive into this thing a little more. It is the automatic, which I've heard people either love or hate. I watched some videos and the guys were raving about them. And then you ask other people and they say they're horrible. So it's kind of a personal preference thing, it seems. But I got it for so cheap, it's at least worth it in parts. I can use the front wheels and tires just on that D130 alone. So it's nothing crazy, but I'm definitely very excited about working on this one. So in the bed of the single cab, we got an LT133 hood that's all busted. And then we got a Sabre and a Scott's hood. I got a couple of those Scott's hoods now, and I'm going to hopefully modify them to fit on an LT series machine. Speaking of which, LT133. That seems to be everybody's mud mower choice for these old John Deeres, because my other LT133 was used off-road, so that's whatever. That's just a parts unit, obviously. It's definitely not much left of it that's useful, but hey, it is what it is. This is my X300. You guys saw this in the last video. We started to swap a new transmission into it, and then we ran into a couple of issues with the size of the holes for the different linkages. So it's going to have to come back out, I think, and I'm going to pretty much cannibalize my other X300 and just make, obviously, one good one out of the two. But this is a very nice tractor. The seat kind of sucks. There's one on Marketplace that I might try and go grab, but that's really the worst of it. It's a pretty clean machine, and it's definitely going to clean up nice with a little bit of buff and, polishing up. And this turret is back. You guys might remember this one from October. I picked this up with all the other GT series machines in whatever video that was. This is just parts. A buddy of mine needs to start cleaning out his yard, so this is going to end up in that trailer probably within the next day or so. I do plan on taking, obviously, the wheels and tires off. The deck's going to come off. The whole steering assembly on the front's coming off. And then a couple other odds and ends will also be taken off. Maybe these side bumpers, though that one does look broken. So that's going to get pulled off, and the rest of it's going to get scrapped, which I hate to do. But to be honest with you guys, at this point, I have kind of expanded so greatly into this new realm of the lawn tractor instead of just garden tractor stuff that I kind of have to start scrapping more than I usually would. But this is the second load. We scrapped one earlier this week. That's that Scott's that I picked up, and this is a junky mower deck for that Jacobson Turfmaster, I believe. It weighs a shit ton. I probably could salvage a bunch of parts off it, but I just don't really care about that right now, so this is going to go as well. Dump trailer's proven very handy. I like it so far. 2,200 pounds of scrap in it last time, and it dumped it no problem, so that's pretty good. Yeah, so I'm just going to go ahead and unload these and see what else I buy this week. Certainly nothing special on this load, but a few more things that are coming in. Got this white Turbo Cool. This is a Pose Twin. Supposedly that's going to run. We'll find out. Then we got ourselves a walk behind that more than likely is going to make its way directly into the dump trailer to get scrapped. It was free, so I took it. It was so locked up we had to cut one of the belts. I'm probably going to take the gas tank and then a couple of parts off the motor, and the rest of it's just going to get scrapped. And then we got this Cub Cadet. This one's actually in pretty good shape. This will make a nice machine for someone. If I can get this open right here. It's just got a Kohler command, nothing too special. Seat's in good shape. It looks like it's a good machine. Obviously got some oil leaks, so that's all going to have to get cleaned up. But I don't know if I've ever had one of these that didn't have an oil leak. Yeah, so 3 more coming in. I got to get this stuff unloaded because I'm going to pick up more right now. So there you go. All right, we got 2 more parts machines. It's always nice. This I'm kind of excited about because I do have a D105 that needs a motor. But this is like a better transmission. This motor has good compression. The guy says it did run, but the mower deck rotted out. So I'm kind of deciding, I got to decide if I want to, I know this and the 105 are going to make one tractor. I just got to decide if I want to fix this one up with all the tins from the 105 or if I want to put that motor in the 105. So I got to figure all that stuff out, but that's a nice machine. And a L110 with a bumper. That's pretty cool. I don't know anything about this. It's got a 17 and a half horse command, so that's always good to have parts for. These were 2 freebies. Obviously not going to pass those up. But yeah, so I just noticed, I think this one might be missing the deck mounts, so that could be a deciding factor on what I end up doing with the motor. But yeah, not too bad. And just like that, we got 2 more freebies. Just a 20 horse Ariens and actually a pretty nice Toro right here. Twin cam. It's got Kohler courage, which isn't great, but no, it's a nice enough shape that I might fix it. He says it runs, but he needs a head gasket, so we'll see about that. Well, check this out. Scored on the side of the road, a hot water pressure washer. I have no idea if it works, but I figure it's either good scrap metal or it's good to be a pressure washer. It was on the side of a busy road, so I'm shocked that it was still there, to be honest with you. But yeah, I mean, just it's electric, which is whatever, but I can't complain with that for free, you know. Well, we got 2 more on the trailer here, and these 2 are sad little units. I've never had a Murray like that. I love the paint color. It's the same paint color I painted my 7.3. But I believe that these two are just going to end up being parts machines, unfortunately. The rear end of that thing is locked up solid. The motor's good, so the motor's going to come out, steering wheel, seat, wheels and tires, all the usual stuff. Probably the same with this one. This one is in a little bit better shape, surprisingly enough. So this one might end up going whole, but we got a full bagger, except for the bins. He didn't want to give me the bins. That kind of sucks. But yeah, we got 2 more. So hopefully these will get parted out or whatever within the next few days and get on to some other stuff, because we've got a ton of stuff coming in right now. And we got one more for today. XT1 Cub Cadet. Picked this up for free. Blown motor, but I'm thinking the whole machine is probably worth fixing. So we'll have to see about that. Also got this generator, which is junk, unfortunately. So probably just going to scrap that, but who knows? Maybe someone wants it for 25 bucks.